Hello and welcome. Chris from Missouri here, bringing you another video about vintage baseball cards. In this video, though, I'm probably not going to show much vintage cards. But I wish what I could be doing right now is bragging to a few of my friends on the West Coast that do content like Rick Oddball Cards and John 3D 80s Kid and Graig Midlife Cards. See, they are San Francisco 49ers fans, and I'm a Chiefs fan, and we beat them in the Super Bowl, and that gives me the bragging rights. And I'm going to have the bragging rights for the next 8 months. We can repeat, we can three-peat. We're the only team that can win back-to-back Super Bowls because we won it this year. So they can say stuff. Well, we should have won and we could have done this, but they can't. And I would be more boisterous and just more joyful. But this Super Bowl now has been marred by some stupid actions at our victory parade. See, 1 million people got together to celebrate within the Chiefs' kingdom, and the red was everywhere. Now, I didn't go to this celebration, but I had friends that did. But last year we had this celebration. The biggest story that came out of it, really, most controversial story, was should Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce be shotgunning beer and doing shots where kids and on TV and stuff. And that was, if that was the biggest harm of that parade, then who cares? But this one, however, we had loss of life. We had some horrific action where gunshots were fired, and one person has died so far. There's 9 children with gunshot wounds at Children's Mercy Hospital downtown Kansas City, and there's 22 total people injured. And I don't know if we'll ever know, why or what took place, but it just sucks. And my heart goes out to the families of the wounded and the dead. But this sucks. I mean, because you can't. This will always be known to me and to to fans. Oh, you mean the Super Bowl? Not the Super Bowl that we came back in overtime, but the Super Bowl that's marred by the gun violence in our parade. And I hate that. And it's going to take away. It's going to take away of what was. It wasn't a great game, but it was a great finish. And I don't know. It just sucks for me being a Chiefs fan. But let me show you a couple cards. Now, the Chiefs do have a dynasty. There's no doubt about it. You can't make the playoffs this many years in a row. You can't win the division this many years in a row. Win back-to-back Super Bowls. Win 3 Super Bowls out of 4 or 5, and not be considered a dynasty. And with Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce in this defense, I don't know how you could bet against them next year. But anyway, I got 8 years to brag and 8 years to, or 8 years. I got 8 months to brag to Rick and to make fun of Greg and John until this time next year, until they prove me wrong. But right now, guys, it's a time of hope because a lot of baseball teams get to wipe the slate clean. See, the pitchers and catchers have reported to spring training. And for us baseball content creators, even guys in small markets like mine that teams lost, close to 100 games last year, there's hope. Hope springs eternal. See, the Royals, they spent some money this past offseason, got some new players. And they have some young guys coming back, and, my favorite player's coming back, and that's Salvador Perez. But they signed Bobby Witt to a long-term deal, and that's a big thing for a small market town like Kansas City. And so that means they're going to have Bobby Witt for a while. Now, I don't prospect, but just like Patrick Mahomes, which is on your screen up there, I don't prospect Patrick Mahomes, but I got a ton of his cards because I think he's a great player. And I think they're going to hold value for a while. And believe it or not, the Donruss Patrick Mahomes makes a great wedding gift if you have a bunch of them, if they get married around here and they're Chiefs fans. But I'm going to show you a few cards here of Bobby Witt. Now, like I say, I don't prospect Bobby Witt, but I have a lot of Bobby Witt cards because, one, he plays on my favorite team, and two, I think he's going to be great. So, let me get the Super Bowl champs, Patrick Mahomes, off of here and show you some Bobby Witt cards. Now, these, I have a bunch of Bobby Witt stuff, bunch of Bobby Witt autographs, but I'm going after his stuff and going, not necessarily prospecting, just going to keep. Now, I'm setting up a card show in Bentonville, Arkansas this coming weekend. So if you're watching this channel and go to and live down there, come by and see me. Come by and say hi and, sit down with me and let's have a chat. Bobby Witt's gone 30 for 30, I think, 2 years in a row. And why not make it 3? So, guys, I wish, again, I wish I could brag more to my friends, my fellow content creators that, picked the 49ers to win the Super Bowl. I wish a lot of things wouldn't have happened. But, it did, and we're going to have to deal with it. Now, guys, I hope you're as hopeful as I am about your team, and I hope you're excited about the upcoming baseball season. And guys, remember, it's just a hobby. Collect what you like.